to the Otaku GenX show. In today's special episode, we're just going to be covering two things. I've got an old commercial from when I was a youngster, back from Snickers when George W. Bush was running up against Al Gore. We're kind of celebrating the election, which happens tomorrow. So be sure to get out and vote. Do your civic duty. That is, of course, if you're an American citizen. If you're not an American citizen, don't vote. Don't want any fraud. But anyway, let's take a look at this very silly commercial. Roll film.
Psst, vote for me. My dad was president. I even look like my dad.
Big deal. My dad was a senator. Yep.
We have the same shoe size.
Yeah, well, I invented the internet. Lots of other stuff, too.
Once my mom thought I was my dad.
Space shuttle. That was mine.
On the phone, people think I'm my dad.
Guess me. I'm on TV.
We have the same name. My dad and I, that is.
Not going anywhere for a while? Grab a Snickers. Peanuts, caramel, and chocolate. That ought to hold you.
My dad and I wear the same pants.
I invented pants.
Hungry? Grab a Snickers.
Now, normally, I would cover this type of content maybe on my Say What series on Wednesdays, but, you know, with it being the election tomorrow, I kind of wanted to share something from my past. This commercial, I remember yet to this day. I think it was like one of the very first elections that I could actually vote in was this George W. Bush versus Al Gore. And this commercial was so funny because, you know, it's like George W. Bush looks like his father. George Bush Sr. has, the same name, etc. And they make the jokes of that. The other big joke at the time was that Al Gore invented the internet. And they make jokes about that to the point of Al Gore invented pants. So that spot just stuck with me for the longest time. So I'm going to link down in the description another commercial for you guys to check out that just came out by Oreo, and I think it is wonderful. You have a stuffed donkey and a stuffed elephant in the fair with this cute little kitten that wants some milk and Oreo cookies, and they are fighting on how to get the milk and Oreo cookies for the cat until they realize they could actually get something done if they cooperated with each other. So, no matter who wins the election this year, can we all just be civil to each other, get along, and try to make things work for our great nation? We're embarrassing ourselves right now with all the stupid stuff we're doing. So, let's do it, America. Let's be the great country that I know we are. Now, on to the second thing I wanted to talk about. I have one anime that I absolutely love. It is so good. And it's a little gem hidden in amongst all the other things in anime. It's licensed by Sentai Filmworks. I believe you can rent it on Amazon Prime. It might be on Hulu. It's not on Netflix. It was definitely on Crunchyroll when it came out. But the dub is really good. But it's worth checking out, and it's called Outbreak Company. Now, Outbreak Company, as you can see, is about this dude that is an otaku master. He understands Japanese culture. He understands anime, manga, video games, all of it. He is a shut-in as well, so he's kind of like that neat hikikomori type. Now, those are some interesting words. We'll cover more of that stuff in a future episode of Say What. What is Say What? Say What is my Wednesday episodes, where I go over interesting Japanese culture that it got into the otaku culture that then made it over into the West, where we kind of celebrate it and, do fun things with it. So, Outbreak Company, our protag, fills out this survey, gets hired for a brand new job where he thinks he's just going to be doing stuff with, anime and games and whatnot. And he gets bonked on the head stuck in a bag, kidnapped, and sent to a parallel world where magic exists. Now, the reason we're talking about Outbreak companies, I find it to be a very interesting political anime. You're going, what? This is a isekai, fan service, harem anime. Theragun. This is no political anime. Well, you gotta watch this through to see how political it gets and the type of cultural warfare Japan does against this nation and how they respond in turn. And it is so good. You know, that's why we're talking about it. You know, you've got, like I said, it's an isekai, meaning it's in another world, but it's a parallel world. You got a cute elf girl, you got, the beast girls, you have dwarves, he ends up starting a school for the children. It is so good and so much fun. And you got, of course, the Tsundere princess, and, yes, you gotta check out Outbreak Company. I can't say enough good things about it. Now, this of course is going to be a little bit of a shorter video today, partly because I've got a lot of things happening to me in real life right now. I'm going through some job transition stuff that may or may not affect my ability to put out all of these videos that I like to do. I hope it doesn't. I've got a dentist appointment where I'm getting a crown. Ouch, that's gonna hurt. I may sound a little bit different. In the next few episodes, I've got, of course, the election. Got to go to the polls and vote. I'm actually voting in person, even in this crazy, virus-filled world. I'm going to have my face mask, I'm going to do my social distancing, and I'm going to do my civic duty and vote. Again, vote, people. If you don't vote, you have no reason to complain about what the results were. If you did vote, then you have all the reason to complain about what the results were. But I don't want to hear any complaining, because, we need to come together as a nation. Just like we've come together as a community of people that like anime, I think, and we all have different opinions. We need to get rid of the toxicity in our culture and just, work together to make the world and our nation a better place. Now, enough preaching. I've got a contest going on all through the month of November. Only one person has entered, and I know him. So I don't really want to give the stuff to somebody I know. I would love to make new friends with you guys and give something to you. There's no purchase necessary for this contest. You just got to go watch the video, check it out, the link in the description, subscribe to the channel, and do what the video description says. You do all of that, and then you could win some serious cool Otaku merch that I typically unbox on Thursday's Otaku Pride Show. So check out our Thursday, Friday. I'm leaving bloopers and all in this video, so you get to see some of the goofy stuff that I try to edit out. But we're keeping it all. I like this new stage that I found in Virtual Cast. It's kind of cool with the shooty lights and all that. And speaking of virtual reality, there's a lot of cool things coming out. There's the new Oculus Rift that Facebook has come out with that definitely makes it affordable, providing that you don't mind selling your soul to Facebook. Unlike the HTC Vive that I'm using right now that has this nice, eye tracking, so I can look over there and there. Oh, wow, look. Wow, look at my eyes are going crazy. Face tracking, so cool. Anyway, if you've watched this far, thank you. If you like what I do, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, share this video, comment below. I've been Theragun. And I want you guys to remember to be yourself in virtual reality like we are right now. Woo! Virtual reality. And then, on top of that, you don't need to be ashamed of who you are. You don't have to be ashamed of who you are in real life. So be yourself in real life. Have a great week. Bye.